Holy, 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 our God is on the throne. So firm is his foundation, no power can overthrow. And he shall reign forever and ever. One name outlasts the ages, through time his truth revealed. While kings may pass like shadows, our God is sovereign still, and he shall reign forever and ever. And he shall reign forever and ever. To the Lamb upon the throne, hallelujah, hallelujah. To the Lord forevermore, hallelujah, hallelujah, the day I stand before him, what praise will fill my soul, and there behold his glory, and praise him all the more. And he shall reign forever and ever. And he shall reign forever and ever. And he shall reign forever and ever.
Ben, Ruben, I really love that song, and thank you
Thank you,
for playing it and sharing it earlier. And the refrain in that, he shall reign, it can stick with you, and I can feel myself remembering that wherever I am.
Yeah.
Talk me through about the theme of the song and how it came to be.
Well, I mean, he shall reign forever. Obviously, it's something the church has been singing for centuries. And, we talked about wanting to put that in a kind of a worship song for now. And, I just think it's such a powerful declaration, when we fix our eyes on Jesus, on the eternity of who he is and his plan for creation. I think that brings our lives into perspective. I mean, it's so easy for us to be consumed with worry and the details of life, obviously, but I think it's so good to be able to just lift our eyes and just go, he shall reign, over my family, over my, whatever's consuming me right now, my work, school, whatever it is, my career, and he shall reign forever.
I love it. One of the things I love about worship is people can walk away from a Sunday and they might not remember the message, but sometimes I might just remember a hook of a song. And that, for me, that refrain, I love the fact that people could be humming that in their, in their cars, in their workplaces, at their schools. I wonder if you could talk for any kind of scriptures that maybe inspired the song.
Yeah, well, like Revelation 4 talks about the throne room of God, heaven. And I think, like Rubes was saying, I love that picture that no matter what's happening in life, you can still confess that God is on the throne. And at the throne of God, Revelation 4 gives us this picture of all of heaven worshipping at the throne of God. And so I think it's just an incredible picture that we would, in our worship, capture something of the worship of heaven, and all of heaven is at the throne of God, singing, "Holy, holy is the Lamb." And I love that it's holy is not just God, but the Lamb of God. That Jesus is at the center of our worship, and it's His reign that lasts forever and ever and ever. His throne lasts forever, and what a great thing to confess. And I love that this song has that sort of the old "He shall reign" that comes back into the now. So we're joining with heaven, but we're also joining with all the generations of believers before us who have sung that truth.
Beautiful. So from the album, it's it kind of grows from like a small sound to like a pretty big, and today we heard it like a stripped down acoustic. Walk us through how you played it today, because it sounded so good. Yeah, well, we did it in E. An accomplished vocalist like Ruben can sing it, obviously in any key, but we wrote it in C, and it's really simple in the verses. It starts on the minor and just walks up to the sus. Our God is on the throne, and just repeats that, and then in the refrain, it starts on the C with the E on the bass. He shall F forever and ever, and then just repeats that pattern. And then in the bridge, and when it starts to build up a little bit, it's to the Lamb, F upon the G, the sus, hallelujah. Again, that C on the E, hallelujah, to the A minor. It repeats that pattern through. Really nice. Yeah. And so where do you see this song sitting in kind of like a worship kind of set?
Yeah, I think, for the kind of services that we do, we would play it maybe in a song 3 or a song 4 position, nice kind of quiet confession at the start as it builds, just a grand declaration. And I think, it kind of works there.
It's awesome. Well, Ben, Ruben, I think it's a beautiful song. Thank you for writing it, and thank you for sharing it today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
He shall reign forever and ever. And He shall reign forever.